Welcome back to the lab, folks. So we got this sent in to us from the lovely folks over at Zotek, and it is an LCR Tweezers bridge tester. And let's have a look at it. A nice little hard case, well, semi-hard. And here it is. It is the ZT-MD2. Looks like a nice little unit. Okay, let's take out the accessories first. We got a pamphlet here, user manual. Seems to be all in English, but it's very, very small type. For an old guy like me, I'm going to have to use a magnifying glass to have a look at that. And, well, there are the basic specifications of it. I don't know if you can see those there. Okay. And it comes with these set. It looks like a board with a set of resistors on it, all the way from 0 ohms up to 10 mega ohms. That might be for calibration. And USB-A to USB-C cable. I guess this is for software updates and charging. And the device itself. Oh, this is very nice. This is a machined aluminum case on this. Very, very nice. Nice feel to it. It feels like quality. Looks like quality. Very, very nice. Turn it on here. Okay, it's got scan mode, signals, and it's got here a series of measurements it can make. So let's go through those. So we've got the scan signal, and we've got auto, so that should be able to pick up on something all by itself. It's got auto rotation of the display, so whether you're left-handed or right-handed, you can get the display to show properly. Okay, next mode here is resistance, capacitance, inductance, diodes, and voltage. So we'll have a quick look at those. So we can change the range here. We've got 100 and 120, which are our common ranges for testing capacitors for power supply filters. 120 for North America, 100 for Europe and the UK. Okay, 10K, 100K. So there are all the different frequencies. Quick press the power button, gets you a hold. Unpress this. We get into a menu here. We've got language, leave it in English. Direction, auto right and left. So it's in auto right now, and that would change as you move it. But in some cases you might be in a position where it's going to change, unfortunately, on you. So you might want to just set it to right or left. Keep it there. Backlight, volume, timer. So that's the auto off timer. 5 minutes is good. Speed, fast, medium, and slow. I would imagine that low speed would give you a better result, a more accurate result. And how do we get in there to change that? Okay, there we go. Let's try it on slow, because I am all about accuracy. And let's go down here. Serial or parallel mode, or auto. Okay, so here are the secondary parameters. These function selects, and here's the calibration. We'll check all these to see how close the calibration is. And I guess that's another reason to include this. It's a handy feature. Restore. Oh, okay. So let's say you screw up your calibration. You can restore back to factory defaults. And about, we have the Zoyi ZT-MD2 version 1.2.2. All right. Well, let's do some measurements here. Okay. I have this little board here. It's got some capacitors on it. Hard to read those things, but they are fairly accurate. I remember testing this out before. So we'll start by doing that, looking at some of the capacitors here, and we'll see what we come out with. So this one here is supposed to be 10 UF. Okay, 10.09, and this says it's 10.14, so that's pretty darn close. This one here is, this is supposed to be 104. Let's have a look at that one. That's extremely close. And this one here is supposed to be 10.2. Okay, we got 10.17, 9.99. It's picking up a little bit of interference from around here, but it seems to be right on the money with the accuracy. And 1.37, about 100 point, let's say 0.3. So it looks like it's pretty good there. Let's use it to test its own little board that it came with here. Actually put it into resistance mode. We're in resistance mode here. We're going to test these resistor values. 0.1 milliohms, that's pretty close. Okay, this is supposed to be 1 ohm. 1.014. 10 ohms. 9.95. 100 ohms. Oh, that's right on. K ohm. That's right on too. This is a pretty good calibration here. Now, a lot of these inexpensive meters usually have some trouble up in the higher ranges here, 1 megohm, 10 megohm, but this seems to be right on the money. Very, very good. I like the feel of it. Like if you were to accidentally let go of it, it's not going to slip backwards on you or anything like that. It's very, very balanced in the hand. Very, very nice feel to the tweezers themselves. Not too hard, not too loose. It allows you to get a good grip on it without having to compress it in completely. And so far it seems to be very, very accurate. Let's try it on a couple of inductors I have here. I think this one here is supposed to be 994 microhenry. I measured it at 1 kilohertz. So let's get the frequency up there to 1 kilohertz. And I measured it at 994. So we are reading it a little bit low here. And the resistance was 14.8 ohms. So this is saying 14.34, which is pretty good. Okay, let's try another one here. Again, this one was measured at 1 kilohertz. Yeah, so this one's a lot more accurate. And we measured the resistance at 495 milliohms. It's coming up 475. Now, what happens though if we increase the voltage? So let's try those measurements again at 0.6 volts. Yeah, the same. Okay. Okay, this here is just a standard 1N4148. That's right. Voltage. Let's see, what do I have here? We can measure the voltage of. I don't think it cares. 3.784. 3.798. So it's only off by a couple of counts on this. Oh yeah, we got the scan mode. Come on, focus. Okay, so it goes up through the frequencies, and you can see that how this component is reacting at different frequencies here. That's an excellent feature. That is really an excellent feature. You usually only find that in very high-end stuff. Let's try that with a capacitor here. Let's get this over to capacitance. Okay, there we go. 10 UF, 9.8, 8.95, 7.93, and 4.1. Excellent. That's an excellent feature. That really is. I like that. I like this. I like this a lot. Use prohibited for non-professionals. Do not measure voltages above 30 volts. That's handy advice to give. It does really feel like a professional instrument in the hand. It certainly does. Yeah, I'm impressed with this. Let's look and see what kind of signals it puts out. I'm going to get it up on an oscilloscope here. Okay, so this here is the kind of signal that it's outputting to do the testing. It's a sine wave. We can see here the frequency is accurate, 1 kilohertz, and the voltage is correct too. So for 0.6 volts RMS, we're getting 1.66 volts peak to peak. Excellent. Okay, let's now have a look at what the signal generator in it can do. Okay, we're at 10 kilohertz there. Let's have a look and see what that looks like on the little oscilloscope here. Okay, let's press the auto button there. Yeah, 10 kilohertz, and that is a triangle, and that's exactly what it looks like. Let's try some other waveform here. See what the sine wave looks like. That's pretty good. Okay, this should be a square wave or pulse width modulation, 10 kilohertz and 50%. That's a pretty nice square wave. And let's look at one more. I want to see what the full wave rectification looks like. So yeah, the full wave rectification, as you know, should double the frequency, and it does. Excellent. So what do I think of this? I really love it. I like the feel of it. It's got such a professional feel to it with that machined aluminum case on it. It's just gorgeous. It's got a really nice display. I love that scan feature. I love the signal generator in it. These are things you don't get on other devices of this type and in this price range. They've taken a step ahead here, and they brought something really good to the market. Well, I'm really impressed with this little tweezers. I think this is going to become my go-to one now. I tested the previous version of it. I think it was the ZT-MD2 and it did very well. And this one's even better, way better, and very reasonably priced too. So I'll leave links to everything I can down below, and you go check that out a little bit further yourself. One thing I should mention that this year is the 10th anniversary for Zotek. So they've been bringing innovative products like this out onto the market for the last 10 years. And I have to say that I really like a lot of their stuff. Like, they've been sending me a few things here and there, and I bought a few things along the way. And every one of them has been good. In the meter shootout, their meter, the ZT-225, it won the shootout. I have a couple of their other meters, like their Mega meter. It's fantastic. I use it all the time. So they bring high precision and innovative products to the market. They seem to have a great connection with their following too. If you go on to any of the forums on the internet, Zotek products are always well regarded, and that's what I found myself. This is going to be my tweezers of choice right now. All right, folks. I hope you got something out of this. If you have any questions, let me know. Thanks for coming out to watch the video. We'll see you in the next one. And the next one will be the wrap up of our digital multimeter continuity tester. All right, folks, we'll see you then. Bye-bye.